Well, the cast isn't entirely white. I saw Gods of Egypt, and it was pretty questionable. Gods of Egypt is directed by Alex Proyas and is about the Egyptian god Horus, who is about to be crowned king of Egypt, but suddenly Set comes in and is like, "Oh hell no! You can't be king, I want to be king!" So he overthrows Horus, takes out his eyes, and takes over all of Egypt, so now Horus has to rise back up, take down Set, and save Egypt. And oh my god, this movie's terrible! I mean, everything from the dialogue, to the effects, to the characters, just everything in this movie is terrible. The vast majority of this movie was filmed on a blue screen, and it is so obvious every time. Because the actors do not look like they're in the background. They look like they're in front of a fucking screen, and then they just put the scene in the background. Like, how difficult is it to have just a little bit more money so you can make the background and the actors blend together? But there are some really good pieces of CGI in this movie. But this is basically what happens every time something like that comes up. Oh my god, look at it! Oh my god, look, it's so cool! Oh. This movie sucks. You got Gerard Butler as the villain. That doesn't sit with me very well. Now, two interesting members about this cast are Geoffrey Rush and Brendan Thwaites. Now, most of you should know Geoffrey Rush is his role as Captain Barbossa from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and you should probably know Brendan Thwaites from, I don't know, nothing. But what's very interesting is that Brendan Thwaites is actually going to be in the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and Geoffrey Rush has been in just about every Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So in this movie, we have one Pirates of the Caribbean veteran and one newcomer. I hope they do better there. Now, this movie tries so hard to be so cool, fast-paced, and action-packed that the pacing is not slowed down like at all. And they tried to make up for crappy sound design by just making the whole movie very, very loud. It was actually so loud that I got a headache watching the movie. And when I get headaches, I get tired. And when I get tired, I want to go to sleep. This movie made me want to go to sleep. And whenever a character dies in this movie, you don't really feel it. You know, they don't really delve into it too much. It's just all like, oh, well, she's dead. Although I think my biggest issue with the movie is that the storyline does not feel like a first movie, you know what I mean? Like, this feels like the storyline to a sequel, preferably a third movie, because how many times you heard this premise? A big bad villain comes in, challenges the hero, defeats the hero gets taken away, the villain takes over whatever the hero was protecting, now the hero has to get back up and stop the villain. How many times have you heard that plotline? I mean, let's see, Dark Knight Rises, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Rocky 3, hell, Toy Story 3 to a certain extent. It's almost like they had 3 different scripts for a Gods of Egypt trilogy, but then the studio was like, oh, hell no, we ain't got enough money for that shit, no. We ain't got the money for that, we ain't got the budget for that shit. Now you can pick one. You can pick one script, motherfucker. One script. You better choose wisely, bitch. Now, excuse me, I gotta go make more crappy movies. And going to see this movie in the theater on opening day, you can just tell that nobody on planet Earth was interested in this movie. Like, literally, this has to be the smallest opening day crowd I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, that theater was just me and like 9 elderly people in the theater. And they probably were just as miserable as I was. So as far as Gods of Egypt is concerned, you should probably question its existence. So there are my thoughts on Gods of Egypt. It was a terrible, terrible film. So if you saw it, I'm sorry, and if you didn't see it, don't. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Questionable Side.